Welcome to another review by Carlos Rojas. Watchmen is an American superhero film directed by Zack Snyder, based on the 1986-1987 DC Comics limited series of the same name by Alan Moore and Dave Gibbons. It stars an ensemble cast of Malin Ackerman, Billy Crudup, Matthew Good, Carla Gugino, Jackie Earle Haley, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, and Patrick Wilson. A dark, satirical, and dystopian take on the superhero genre. The film is set in an alternate history in the year 1985, at the height of the Cold War between the US and the Soviet Union, as a group of mostly retired American superheroes investigates the murder of one of their own before uncovering an elaborate and deadly conspiracy, while their moral limitations are challenged by the complex nature of the circumstances. The comic book, Watchmen, depicts an alternate history where superheroes emerged in the 1940s and 60s and made their presence, which changed history so that the US won the Vietnam War, the Watergate scandal was never exposed, and in 1985 the country is edging towards World War III with the Soviet Union. Freelance costume vigilantes have been outlawed, and most former superheroes are in retirement or working for the government. The story focuses on the personal development and moral struggles of the protagonists as an investigation into the murder of a government-sponsored superhero pulls them out of retirement. A commercial success, Watchmen has received critical acclaim both in the comics and mainstream press, and is considered by several critics and reviewers to be one of the most significant works of 20th century literature. Watchmen was recognized in Time's list of the 100 best novels as one of the best English-language novels published since 1923. The BBC described it as the moment comics grew up. Honestly, they did. Some of this graphic novel is very, how should we call it, graphic. There's a lot of blood, gore, there's violence, there's darkness that has never been really delved into after, like before the 1980s. Comic books were not written like this, so that's why it takes the cake for a graphic novel. The film is outstanding. We're introduced to the gritty and dark story through the comedian's final moments. I was 13 when I first saw this movie, and it still manages to be visually striking and so well choreographed along with the music. Fantastic score, by the way. After, we are introduced to this parallel dystopian reality through a tastefully crafted montage. This is one of the best introductory pieces in superhero cinema, if you ask me. The story contains a lot of characters, but we are mainly focused on Rorschach, who investigates the murder of the comedian. There is also Night Owl, Silk Spectre, Silk Spectre 2, Dr. Manhattan, and Ozymandias. To make this review not 3 hours long like the movie, I summarize the plot and dissect the best parts. I say 3 hours because the version I prefer is the director's cut, which is the most complete iteration of the story. Rorschach's investigations lead him to discover that the comedian and Dr. Manhattan are government-sponsored vigilantes, after the main group of the Minutemen turned into the Watchmen, and eventually most of them retired. The comedian is my favorite character of the film. He is deeply layered and troubled. He brings out the worst in the whole group, and he is easy to hate, but fascinating to study.
You think this goddamn country had enough fireworks? You know, if we lost here in Vietnam, I think it might have driven us crazy. You know, as a country. But we didn't. Thanks to you.
You sound bitter.
Me? Bitter? Fuck no. I think it's hilarious. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Mr. Eddie,
That's what I fucking needed.
the war is over now. We must talk about this baby.
There's nothing to talk about. See, I'm leaving. I'm gonna forget about you and your horrible, sweaty little piece of shit country. Get the fuck out of here.
No,
Get the fuck out of here.
you will remember. You will remember me and my country forever.
My face!
Come.
Play.
Đừng nghĩ kìa em.
Don't.
Đừng con.
She was pregnant. And you gunned her down.
That's right. You know what? You watched me. You could have turned the gun into steam, the bullets into mercury, the bottle into goddamn snowflakes, but you didn't, did you? You really don't give a damn about human beings. You're drifting out of touch, Doc. God help us all. Medic!
This is all bullshit.
You know, for a guy who calls himself the comedian, I can never tell when you're joking.
Watchmen. That's the real joke. Didn't work 15 years ago, sure as hell ain't gonna work now just because you want to keep playing cowboys and Indians.
Maybe we should agree on no drinking at meetings. Look, Rorschach and I have made real headway on the gang problem by working together.
With a group this size, it seems like a publicity stunt. Not in it for the ink.
We can do so much more. We can save this world. With the right leadership.
And that'd be you, right, Ozzy? I mean, hell, you're the smartest man on the planet.
Doesn't take a genius to see the world has problems.
Yeah, but it takes a room full of morons who think they're small enough for you to handle. You people, you hear Moloch's back in town and get your panties all in a bunch. You think catching him matters?
Justice matters.
Justice. Justice is coming to all of us. No matter what the fuck we do. You know, mankind's been trying to kill each other off since the beginning of time. Now, we finally have the power to finish the job. Ain't nothing gonna matter once those nukes start flying, we'll all be dust. That Ozymandias here. Be the smartest man on the cinder.
Please, there's no need for violence.
God damn it. All right, that's how you want to do it?
It's getting heavy.
God damn, I love working on American soil, Dan. Ain't had this much fun since Woodward and Bernstein.
How long can we keep this up?
Congress is pushing through some new bill that's gonna outlaw masks. Our days are numbered. Till then, it's like you always say. We're society's only protection.
From what?
Are you kidding me? From themselves. Son of a bitch.
No, come here!
Get your stinking hands off me.
What the hell happened to us? What happened to the American dream?
What happened to the American dream? It came true. You're looking at it.
Dr. Manhattan represents what a physical God figure would be like in our reality. His story is truly heartbreaking.
It is July 1959, and I am in love.
Pick it up tomorrow.
Okay.
75 cents.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Gosh, Sean, I wish he gave us a little notice. I'm sure he made a face.
Oh, no. I'm sure that you'll look beautiful. Her name is Janie Slater. She is a physicist, like me. I am 30 years old. We were introduced by a good friend of mine from college, Wally Weaver. It is February 12th, 1981. Wally dies of cancer, of which they now say I am the cause. That night, Janie and I make love for the first time. A month from now, the accident awaits me.
Good, healthy appetite. Oh, I'll catch up with you guys. I think I left my watch inside.
Hey, let's just wait a sec.
I cross the room to the intrinsic field center. I find my watch. When I get to the door, Wally is turning white.
The program's locked in. We can't override the time lock.
I am terrified.
John!
I'm sorry, John. But I can't.
Hey, don't leave me! Don't leave me!
The shield in place. Shut down the power.
It is May 12th, 1959, when I'm introduced to Janie. She buys me a beer. The first time a woman has done this for me. As she passes me the cold, perspiring glass, our fingers touch.
Yes, John. Good. Now it's just a question of reassembling the components in the correct sequence.
I feel fear for the last time. A token funeral is held. There is nothing to bury. Janie frames the snapshot. It's the only photograph of me anyone has.
Night Owl is the one who tries to bring peace inside of the group and always tries to do the right thing. Silk Spectre 2 is a symbol of the mistakes that first Silk Spectre made unwillingly. And Rorschach is the investigative, all-seeing Watchman, who wears a mask with no eyes.
You want to know about Rorschach? I'll tell you about Rorschach. I was investigating a kidnap case. Blair Roach, 6-year-old girl. I was young then, too soft on criminals. I let them live. Broke a man's arm to get a tip. Led me to the missing girl's location. I knew the girl was here. But when I searched the place, I saw nothing. And then I found her. Dark when the murderer got back. As dark as it gets.
Out there! Who is it? Who is it? Ow! What? What the fuck? Who the fuck are you? What the fuck do you want? You killed my dogs, man. You think I had something to do with that girl? I found that! What evidence have you got? That's nothing. Okay. I confess. I kidnapped her. I killed her. Arrest me. What? Arrest me! I did it! I said I did it! Christ! Look, I've got a problem, man. Fucking take me in. I need help. No, don't do that! Take me in! No! No! Men get arrested. Dogs get put down.
Tremors of impact shook my arm. Warm blood splashed my face. Whatever was left of Walter Kovacs died that night with that little girl. From then on, there was only Rorschach. See, Dr. God didn't kill that little girl. Fate didn't butcher her, and destiny didn't feed her to those dogs. God saw what any of us did that night. He didn't seem to mind. From then on, I knew. God doesn't make the world this way. We do.
The US and the Soviet Union are knee-deep into a more serious Cold War, and the clock is set for World War III, or nuclear annihilation. Nixon is able to be elected multiple times after the comedian hides proof of the Watergate scandal, and his nose is probably the most colossal joke of the film. Now, with all this going on, Rorschach suspects someone is trying to kill the remaining Watchmen, but his suspicions are drowned by Ozymandias. Rorschach is blamed for a murder and incarcerated, but rescued by the newly out-of-retirement duo Night Owl and Silk Spectre too. Ozzy ends up being the one behind the whole conspiracy, and this scene encapsulates the discovery and conclusion of the convoluted mess.
What's that? Another ultimate weapon?
Yes. You could say that.
Under attack. Millions of lives were suddenly ended in an act of evil perpetrated by Dr. Manhattan himself. Since the attacks, I have been in constant contact with the Premier of the USSR. Putting aside our past differences, we have both pledged to unite against this common enemy. With the rest of the world, we will prevail. This is a day we shall never forget. And yet we go forward to defend the human race and all that is good and just in our world. Thank you. God bless us all.
Do you see? Two superpowers retreating from war. I've saved the Earth from hell. We both have. This is as much your victory as it is mine. Now we can return. Do what we were meant to.
We were meant to exact justice. Everyone's gonna know what you've done.
Well then, by exposing me, you would sacrifice the peace so many died for today.
Peace based on a lie.
But peace, nonetheless.
He's right. Exposing Adrian would only doom the world to nuclear destruction again.
No. We can't do this.
On Mars. You taught me the value of life. If we hope to preserve it here, we must remain silent.
Keep your own secrets.
Don't even think about it.
Rorschach!
Wait.
Never compromise. Not even in the face of Armageddon. That's always been the difference between us, Daniel.
I've made myself feel every day. See every innocent face I've murdered to save humanity. You understand, don't you?
Without condoning or condemning. I understand.
Out of my way. People have to be told.
You know I can't let you do that.
Suddenly you discover humanity. Convenient. If you'd cared from the start, none of this would have happened.
I can change almost anything. But I can't change human nature.
Of course you must protect Light's new utopia. What's one more body amongst foundations? What are you waiting for? Do it. Do it!
Virtually, peace is gained through the collective blame of Dr. Manhattan for the destruction of all the major cities in both powerful nations. He kills Rorschach upon request because otherwise he will release all the information and then retires to another galaxy. Ozymandias is left to clean that mess. Night Owl and Silk too live happily ever after. Oh, but wait, the best scene. Since there is peace everywhere, what can any newspaper write about? Right, and the truth shall set you free.
Seymour, we got nothing to write about anymore. Everyone in the country, every country in the world are holding hands now, singing songs about peace and love. It's like living in a goddamn global hippie commune.
Well, Ronald Reagan says he's going to be running for president in '88. We could run a piece on that.
Seymour, we don't dignify absurdities with coverage. This is still America, damn it. Who wants a cowboy in the White House?
Okay, I could look for something in the crank file.
Crank file? Whatever. Take some initiative. Run whatever you like. Leave it entirely in your hands.
This was another review by Carlos Rojas. See you next time.
Rorschach's Journal, October 12th, 1985. Tonight, a comedian died in New York. To sell postcards out.